Chat, here we go. We got a US West match. I was trying to say US West servers, but a Canadian from Mizu and a US West player, Wizz. Previously, we had another US West player in Zapatos, so it is US West night. And Wizz, man, he is looking mechanical to start the game. It took exactly 5 seconds for him to look like he's about to pop off. No, he wasn't able to score, and Mizu's going to show him that, hey, no matter how mechanical you look, nothing beats Old Faithful. Nothing beats collecting the ball, double jumping, and bumping the defender. The tried and true for Mizu. Mizu has played one match on the stream before. He's a Facebook streamer. He offered $500 to play against pretty much the best 1v1er he could find, and he put it up at no risk, so the other player did not have to pay him. He ended up playing Atto. I recommend checking out that game if you haven't already on the YouTube. It's actually a really fun game to watch. Ended up going the full best of 7. Now, that being said, Mizu did fall. I'm going to hope that you guys left and already checked it out. You're going to get the spoiler. But Mizu did lose to Atto in 7. But even a loss is an impressive start in terms of a debut when you're playing a guy like Atto. Atto is no joke. He is one of the top EU players, and EU is a very strong region for 1v1. And so we're going to see what Mizu can do against somebody back on his servers. I imagine Mizu and Wizz are two players who have played each other a lot. In fact, Wizz, when I was talking about this, mentioned that they match up in ranked frequently. And I think Wizz is confident. He thinks he can put up a good performance against Mizu based on their games in the past, but you never really know once you get to that Showmatch setting just what might happen. Wizz comes flying into the corner to steal this ball. Mizu just did not expect such a insane dive. I think he was expecting a little bit slower approach from Wizz. What is the ping? We're on US West, so both these guys get to play on low ping. Wizz on 16 and Mizu on 36. You won't see them on that low of ping very often. It's good to see Wizz back. Yeah, I really like Wizz. Wizz is one of the guys I met in LA when I went to the LA Major. Mizu's going to own goal here to give Wizz the lead. But it was great meeting Wizz, and, you know, he mentioned how he was going to be really hard grinding at the end of the LAN, which I don't think anybody has walked out of a Rocket League LAN and not thought to themselves, man, I'm going to grind hard. Can't wait to go home and grind. I think that's everybody's thought process. Even when you're a guy like me who doesn't even play ranked anymore, and you know you're not grinding for anything, it's kind of like, I got to hop in the game, man. This weekend was too fun. But anyways, Wizz mentioned how he was going to push to hopefully eventually be playing on a stage like that. And I think he has, at least for the most part. I don't know if he's been hardcore grinding like non-stop. But he's back now, ready to play some 1v1s. Gonna lob this one on for a 3-2 lead. How old are these guys? Mizu is in his 20s, I think. He told me he's a full-time streamer, which certainly suggests he's probably not a teenager. And Wizz, I believe, is 16. If Wizz is 17 by now, then I mean, I couldn't believe it. Wizz is a original next-gen type player who's been around long since before he was RLCS eligible age. And the age he is not is 6, that's for sure. By the way, guys, I think we're going to have a match. I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter or if you've heard of a player named Savage, who I think has been on people's YouTube videos. I know some young players have been covered in the past on various people's YouTube videos, but I think Savage has been on somebody's YouTube. I don't know if it was Sunless but he's an 8-year-old Champ 3. And we are going to have him play a match against John Sandman. So that's coming in the future. As soon as I have that locked down, we're going to have 8-year-old Champ 3 versus John Sandman. So I think that should be a fun one. His name is Savage. Don't do that to John. I think it'll be a good match. Based on the Rocket League tracker I checked for Savage and how good I think I know John is, although I admit I did not check John to see if he had been grinding, Actually, I thought John would be a little bit better. But then when I asked John about it, he said that he actually hasn't been grinding. He hasn't been playing much recently, so it actually might be perfect. John loses no matter the outcome. I think John doesn't mind. John is a pretty fun-loving guy. I think he's just going to have a good time playing, whether he wins or loses. Mizu able to tie it up. World's youngest versus oldest, Champ 3. Oh, I'm certain there's an older Champ 3 than John Sandman, right? Gotta be. Mizu has a couple different times been a bit too patient and has let Wizz rush back to the ball and start these counterattacks. He's actually fortunate that Wizz just got a bit too much on it to not be able to catch back up to that ball, which led to it hitting the back wall before Wizz could get the angle. Wizz going to try and undercut in order to guarantee that he steals the midfield. And now he's got a Mizu playing off only pads. Flick a bit weak. He wanted to get past Mizu, who was fully prepped. Little backwards wave dash, and Wizz is just... Wait, what's going on? Wait, it almost worked. Where was Mizu? For a second, it almost worked. I am so confused about this sequence of events. Mizu flipped to try and read the touchdown, and Wizz just... He was just trying to style or something and might have thrown the game if he's not able to get another goal. Wizz direct kickoff, so maybe he didn't throw. He's right back in it. Pessimistic Penguin, did I thank you for the Prime? I'm not sure I did. And Rai Kondo, I think I already thanked that one, but thank you for the brand new tier 1. $30 seconds left to go. Wizz coming into the match with a lot of confidence. Can he finish it off? He gives it the nice, soft flick. I don't think he meant to do it this exact way, but it ends up working out. I think he wanted to launch a flick, and instead, the slow roll ends up faking Mizu, who was prepping for the shot high. Baguette, thank you for the brand new Prime. And joining the Prime to full-time movement. Chief Beef, by the way. Welcome, the Chief Beef homies. We are 20 seconds away from finishing this game 1 in Mizu versus Wizz. It's not often I stream late enough to be able to catch a Chief Beef raid. So I'm honored to be able to get it today. It looks like Wizz is going to win this game number 1. Oh, wait a second. I might have said something a little bit too early. He undercuts Mizu and guarantees it, but man, that was close. He almost threw it there. Wizz getting game 1 in the best of 5 against Mizu. Game number 2. What is Chief Beef's name for his squad? Is it the Beefers, like I saw somebody say in chat? Are you guys all the Beefers? Thank you for the Prime. Bank the cash. Adding his name on the list of people in the Prime to a full-time movement. Free jump from Wizz on this dribble, and he's going to be able to get the ground pinch for the first goal. Great defense from Wizz. Mizu wanted to really slow the game down. You saw him waiting in the corner to really collect the ball and be able to attack with purpose, I should say. I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for. Did not want to rush it. Wizz had the read, got over the top of the dribble early. Now he's trying to put a barrage on Mizu's net, forcing him to make a mistake. Mizu dives and uses the last bit of boost he has in a pre-flip to try and clear the ball. Even though he did not succeed, he has now collected a possession, and he'll flick it up to Wizz, who will just carry it away. He says, thank you. I'll take it to my own back wall, but he's not able to get his own back corner boost. Now Mizu doing a bit of undercutting. Wizz is on the complete wrong side of this ball. Surely this is going to be a goal. I'm not sure how Wizz ended up here, but he keeps driving out around the ball. You know you got to protect your net, right, Wizz? You can't just keep moving out to the midfield. and go all the way on the wrong side of the ball. What's the Feer squad name? I don't know. I thought we came up with one at some point. Mizu, ground pinch. Not nearly enough power. Wizz on his air dribble. Great resets. Got a little bit of movement, but not quite enough. I think there was a window of space to score that. Had he been able to get over the top of Mizu, he's going to do a quick camera check to see if he has to deal with Wizz coming to challenge him early. He wants to get this ball bouncing. He very clearly likes these carries. This time he's going to flick all the way over the top of Wizz. Wizz actually jumped pretty high in an attempt to stop this one. And yet Mizu was still able to launch it over him. My goodness. PT Sheeran, thank you for the prime. Mizu on the kickoff. Oh my goodness, Wizz, is he going to really get the save? He does! Wizz gets just enough on it. I don't know how many pixels were not in the net, but now he's going to get a counterattack as well. He technically had to break a bit of a Rule 1. Yeah, I was going to say, he had to sit in net in the Rule 1 while the ball bounced in, but he broke it in order to get the save. The rare in-net Rule 1. Wizz. Oh my goodness. Trying to do Mizu dirty. And the flick. Wow, what a finish. This shot is filthy from Wizz. He's threatening to dribble, but instead he just power slide cuts, says, where are you going, Mizu? And he needed a bit of power in order to finish it off, and no better way than the backflip flick to find it. Mizu dashing himself past the ball. Maybe deciding he didn't want to shoot on target where Wizz was ready. Instead, he'd rather use his kickoff win to earn a guaranteed possession, which he has now, but Wizz is doing these wide swings where he comes in at full supersonic to challenge these and seems to be surprising Mizu. 4-2 for him now. Mizu losing this kickoff into his corner. He's going to have possession to deal with, but if you think Wizz is not diving in, then you haven't been watching the first couple games. Wizz with the catch. Mizu waiting on the ground. Normally you'll see a player hold off just a bit longer when they're not being forced to start their flick or start their dribble. Wizz kind of willingly going to the dribble and the flick. That results in Mizu being able to get the save. Mizu launching this one to the back wall. Wizz will catch it, take it away at the cost of all the boost that he had. He's trying to camp on the midfield to get 100. Certainly it's going to have spawned by now, right? He must have 100, yeah. He does. The backflip challenge gets him a goal. You guys can see, actually, the preview of their boost, which is always showing on the scoreboard if you want to look above their names. It's a little bit small for me. I can't always see it. Wizz, did he find the top right corner? Oh, he did not. He's looking to sneak it into the net. Mizu's trying to channel the power of Optic today. Yeah, Wizz just throws into a problem. I think he should have had a goal there. Passing to himself off the side wall. Optic getting a top 4 in this last regional. Wizz demoed and a freebie for Mizu. He's been having a tough time finding offense in the past few minutes. This will be the way he breaks through, taking advantage of a boost miss from Wizz. I think if Wizz actually connects on the boost as he flips through, he probably keeps a bit of momentum and uses some boost to not just become a sitting duck. Wow, nice flick. I like the use of the tail end of Wizz's car. You have to be a bit more creative on these low boost flicks off kickoff. With such great air rolling in order to launch it to the top left. Gee whiz. All right. All right. I don't know about that. I don't know if we're going to allow that in the chat. Mizu threatening to pop this ball. He did a good job of carrying it. And that made Wizz pre-jump, so then he can just go low. Delay kickoff for Mizu. Wizz trying to get the ball on top of his car. What was this challenge for Mizu? Not the best end of this game, as that will certainly secure the Wizz win. I'm going to watch again. Mizu was thinking about backflip challenging, but then he front flips. You know you got to fully backflip when you want a backflip challenge. Oh my goodness, what's going on in this game? I swear these players are both top 100. 7-4 for Wizz. Trying to back up what he said before. Talked to me before the match. He felt confident against Mizu, and I guess this is the reason why, as he looks to try and sweep as we move to game 3. Game number 3. Wizz, I believe, was playing Octane before, right? Hopping into the Fennec in preparation for the match to secure the series. Mizu getting a bit creative at the start. He could have had a side flip, I feel like, to finish that off. It was a great landing pop that he got. He couldn't get around the ball for the final touch after Wizz's first save, and now he just caught himself underneath Wizz. It will be a Wizz first goal. What was Mizu going for? What was my man trying to cook there with a front flip into the wall? Was he looking for some kind of crazy pogo? It seemed dark. Do some pogos off the sidewall. But we see the full field dribble from Mizu. This is a great setup. Nice finish, but Wizz able to get just enough on it. Setup might have come just a bit late, where Wizz was able to connect with the ball. Oh, he loves these power slide cuts. He's been dirty with them. Mizu's got to throw the nice one. Wizz has been in the lab with King Ranny. Woo! Mizu, I think, it's a really critical possession here. A few different times he's been able to get full uncontested possession and attack with 100 boost, and he's come up short. He's done so again. It's not really a good sign for him in terms of turning this series around. He's got another opportunity now, though. Wizz is going to just dive on the ball, and he's able to connect with it just enough. Wizz is playing W key right now, and it's working out. Every time it seems like Mizu has the read on it. He's able to get just enough of a touch to prevent the goal. Wizz trying to launch a flick from a centimeter off the ground. Not going to work. Mizu's pinch also not on target. Wizz in the air. The reset to the flick. Far away from the net. Mizu was just looking to react, which plays right into his hands. Mizu able to score with a flick, kind of like one that Wizz got earlier in the series. It looks really threatening, and then nothing happens, and that ends up being the perfect end result. Ren at Prime, you chatter cursed him about the chat and mentioned that Wizz had been playing good defense and then falls to the fake flick. Wizz missing on this counterattack. I think he had a chance to get a long shot. Didn't find the power. Wizz with 10 boost. Dashing to keep the ball up in the air. Mizu's going to hand it back over to him. It's going to be a wall to air dribble for Wizz. Mizu with the ceiling challenge. Wizz actually goes high, which is an interesting reaction to somebody who is challenging you from the ceiling. Normally you want to try and drop the ball as quick as possible. But Wizz just played right into it. Mizu able to get the save and the counterattack. Did Mizu offer a reward again? No, he did not. This one, he is playing just straight up against Wizz. Trying to show what he has. Wizz dribble from the back wall. A clean catch. Should be able to, actually, I was going to say should be able to keep possession, but he does hand it over, but at least steals the back corner 100, so he's got something to work with. Wizz searching for his chance to attack right now. Mizu has not been one to hold on against Wizz for very long. Minute left to go. Wizz could be one goal away from securing the sweep. Mizu has played well in the clutch, according to the match we've seen him play before. You're going to get a wall to air dribble after the demo. Mizu threatening the ceiling challenge, and this time we do see the more normal reaction, which is Wizz taking the ball to the ground. It's actually going to lead to a freebie for Mizu, who did not score it. Mizu! That needed to be a goal. If he does not pull this game out now, he is certainly not going to forget that shot. Low 50, trying to corral around the ball. That's not a strong enough one to guarantee a goal. Wizz is still on 0 boost. Mizu back into his half chip to get past Wizz. This should be a freebie. Certainly he gets this one in the net right with no ground touch. Mizu's going to win a very low scoring game. 3-2. Thank goodness he was able to get it after the late miss that should have won him the game. Mizu will not go down without a bit of a fight as he grabs game number 3. Wizz versus Mizu. Wizz into a different Fennec. The endpoint Fennec, which reminds me of apparently Jack, which is an interesting thing to say considering he does not play for endpoints. Wizz can get the scoring started off. He got 2 goals in the previous game already. Able to get an air dribble for a first. I think that has to do with Mizu wanting the challenge from the ceiling again. Not able to get back down to the ground. Anonymous Gifter gifting a sub over to Epic Prince Gaming. Appreciate that. Why do you save all the replays? I save them. I used to save them because I would use them for thumbnails. I would go searching for some point in the map that looked good for a thumbnail. And then it's just nice to have them around. Nice shot from Wizz. Popping the ball up into our tornado spin. Now, I just never know. It's nice to have them. And it costs me nothing, basically. Try to get a flip challenge. Impossible edition today. Wizz playing a good amount of keep away. Should be able to just get another goal. I don't know what Mizu did on this kickoff. I don't know if he was trying to delay it or what, but Wizz had the read, so he just chips it to himself. Delay kickoff from Wizz. Well, not delay, but fake. Now controlling the ball. This is a good position for a flick. He had a chance to put on a lot of power. Not like some of the flicks we've seen earlier today. Mizu working with 40. He wants to get to his spot. His spot is very clearly ball carries. Mizu definitely forcing the issue towards ball carries. Something that Wizz could maybe take note of. If Mizu has the ball, whether it's near the side wall, on the ground, wherever it is, he's going to be trying to get it on top of his car and play from there, which means he's going to be very vulnerable for challenges in those moments. Wizz, goal line 50. Slam it in for a fourth. Mizu going over the top after expecting the flip to be used. Mizu had a great opportunity there. Rushed it a bit and shot wide. Wizz just going to be able to get a fifth goal off of Mizu diving in too deep. A fake challenge gone wrong as he ends up going all the way to the ball and only leaving it right when he could have actually made a play on it. Wizz up 5-1. Mizu rushing back to prevent the immediate shot. It's going to cost him his back corner boost. Wizz going to take this to his back wall. Mizu able to get the opposite corner. Wizz, the full field. He just gave it a little bit of speed. Wizz has been doing a really good job of mixing up his air dribbles. It might just look like Mizu's having a really tough time in defense, but credit to Wizz where it is due, which is that he's been dropping the ball onto his car for resets often and then sometimes using them, sometimes holding onto him, looking for 50s. This time, instead of taking the ball down for a reset at all, he just accelerates the dribble quickly, which leads to Mizu being far too deep underneath the play. He's got another reset. Double reset from Wizz. Can't get the goal line 50, though. Wizz tried to find a way in off the back wall. He's going to head to his back corner. Mizu feels like he needs to score on almost every possession he has now. Thank you, Zebo. Wizz is sick. The 10 months of Prime. Appreciate that. Great to see you again, Zebo. Mizu, low 50. Gonna be able to get a goal from it. I thought he even slightly over prioritized getting the boost. I feel like he didn't even need the 100. Just needed to focus on making sure, Wizz maybe didn't bump him or something in the corner. Something could have gone wrong by taking a bit too long of a trip out to boost. So yeah, definitely secured an opportunity to score. He's gonna need to continue this kind of momentum. But it's hard to even really call it momentum as he's just able to get one goal in the past minute or so. Wizz takes the ball right past him. With camera check to see where Mizu's at. I feel like he could have scored that if he wanted to, or at least definitely could have tried to power a shot in just inside the post before the Mizu recovery. Instead, he chooses to stare him down. Wizz pops this ball high. He's not going to go up to meet it and get another touch, not with zero boost. So that would likely just put him out of position. Instead, he stays grounded. He has been able to hold off Mizu's offense. Certainly has to be frustration from him as he cannot seem to find a way to get through Wizz. Mizu back to his favorite spot, and still Wizz challenges, takes the ball right off the top of his car. Mizu's once again going to the carry. He seems to be getting it more often than not on this right side of the field. That flick is not going to cut it, but he does catch and get back to the play before Wizz is really able to recover. Zero boost, putting in the top left. A minute for Mizu to get 3. And this could be one. Solid kickoff win. Wizz is there. Mizu's going to launch it to the back wall. Wizz has done a good job of controlling possession on his back wall so far today. He's going to let the ball roll away. Buy himself a bit of time. Back to net to grab some pads. Mizu, the air dribble bump. He started the show match with a successful one, but this one's not going to work. It felt like it needed to. Down 3 with 30 seconds. Wizz pinches away again to eat up even more time. He is going to wait on his own half. Fake challenge, air dribble bump. This one is going to work. So within 15 seconds, Mizu needs some kickoff magic. Wizz definitely been playing passive in these final moments. Maybe feeling like that's his best chance at securing the win. This kickoff goes in his favor. Mizu doing his best to try and control it, but dropping it into his corner. And this will be a Wizz win. 3-1. Mizu able to get a low-scoring game in game number 3 to prevent the sweep, but Wizz takes it there nonetheless. And shows he's still got it in the 1v1 game mode.